Hey everyone, my name is Jamie Leigh. Welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for watching this video today. Now today we're back with a bunch of new pieces from Cupshe that would be perfect for any upcoming vacations that you have. We've got flowy little sundresses, tons of bikinis and one pieces, a tankini, all kinds of super cute stuff to take a look at. Now if you haven't heard of Cupshe before, they're one of my favorite brands for affordable swimwear, but they also make tons of clothing pieces as well for vacations, which is what I think that they are probably most known for, but also just generally. They make cute little party outfits, they make some stuff you could wear to work, and it's all extremely affordable, which is always nice. I have tried so many of their swimsuits over the years. I've purchased a bunch, I've been sent some others, and overall I would say that they're good quality. They always feel really nice. I've had pairs for literally like 10 years that still look good today, and I really love the variety of styles that they carry. Unlike some brands that might only have super skimpy bikinis and nothing else, Cupshe carries those skimpy bikinis. They also carry the highest coverage one pieces and everything else in between. So if you're looking for a specific style in terms of coverage, you'll absolutely be able to find it. But also if you're looking for a particular pattern or a very specific color, you will absolutely be able to find that too. They just have tons of different styles. And today specifically, we're taking a look at a bunch of pieces from their latest Austin collection. Imagine the vibes of Austin, Texas. We have a lot of things that are bright, vibrant patterns, very like fun colors, flowy silhouettes on the dresses, all things that I think would be perfect for taking with you on vacation. And I should mention that Cupshe sent me these pieces free of charge. That does not mean I only need to say nice things. I always try to give my brutally honest and unbiased opinions of everything. But if there is anything that you want to shop from this video, all of the links will be available down in the description box, along with what size I got and what color I got, so that you can make sure you're getting your perfect fit. And with that, we have so much stuff to look at today, so let's hop right into it with this first dress. So first off, we have this very nice and flowy maxi dress, absolutely perfect for a vacation or for just wearing over the summer. This is a super flowy fabric. It feels nice and breathable as well, which would be perfect as it starts to get hotter. And you can see we do have almost like a slight baby doll style design here, where it's just this tiny little top part that's a bit tighter and it kind of flares out down from there. There is some smocking across the back so that it actually stays nice and tight across the bust. I'm not personally wearing a bra under here, and I think that things actually look good. They're sitting well inside of there. You can see this does also have some adjustable straps, and I loved the pattern on this. I just think it looks so beautiful with this kind of like creamish background and the pink designs all over it. Very cute, perfect for the summertime. And this style of fabric, if it does get a little bit wrinkled, if you're taking it on vacation or something, is the kind that you can kind of shake out a few times and then just leave it hanging in the bathroom, and then when you shower, any wrinkles that you have from kind of having it packed up should just fall right out of it. All right, next up we have another perfect like vacation summery dress, and that is this halter, kind of like a midi length on this dress. Now do keep in mind I'm only 5'1", so this still looks pretty long on me. If you're taller, it would definitely look more of like a midi length. And this one has this halter tie at the top. I think that that looks so cute, very flattering across the bust and the shoulders. I just think that it's a very pretty silhouette for a dress. And then the back of this is obviously open. You just kind of have that tie up towards the top. And then we do still have some smocking to help this fit nice and tight across the front. And once again, I'm not wearing a bra under here. I think that it looks good. There's not necessarily like a ton of support per se in this, but things are lifted a little bit because you do have this kind of halter style tie. And obviously this dress has that super vibrant floral pattern that I think is very pretty. And once again, we've got that fairly voluminous skirt, tons of movement to it, which I always think looks really pretty. Kind of walking down the beach on a vacation with your skirt blowing around. I also like that this one is kind of a little bit tighter towards the waist and then flares out from there. Definitely a very flattering style. And I think that this one looks very cute. All right, next we're going to move into our different swimsuits. So I've got some bikini options, higher coverage and lower coverage, as well as some one pieces and even a tankini. So we will look at all of them. And for reference, I usually wear a 34G up top and then either a medium or large in bottoms. It kind of just depends on the individual thing, but usually around a US size 10. And this is what our first little bikini is looking like. I think that this is absolutely freaking adorable. I, in particular, love this little heart cutout on the bottoms. I think that that is just so pretty. Dainty little extra detail. Now, obviously, these bottoms pretty low rise in the front. They're also, like, I would say a medium coverage towards the back. Not super cheeky, but not like a super full coverage either. Definitely very cute, super comfortable. This fabric is also extremely soft, which is nice. And this top, to be honest, when I held it up, I was like, there's no way my bust is fitting in there. I actually think that it looks really cute. I can't lie. It is one of these styles where you tie the back. It's kind of threaded through the center and you're pulling this and tying to really get whatever amount of support and coverage that you need. I feel like it looks good. It actually feels pretty secure as well for like a tinier little bikini top. And I definitely really like how this one looks. I love this kind of like red bordering on orange color. I think that that is absolutely stunning. Perfect for like a sunny, summery vacation, beach day. And like I said, I love that little heart. So definitely 2 thumbs up on this one from me. All right, next up, I did get a one piece in that same reddy orange color because I just thought that it was very pretty. So we have this one piece. It's kind of straight across the bust, and then it has the straps that get a little bit wider up towards your shoulders. I think that this neckline is very cute, very pretty. Now, this style does not have any bust support, so if you need support in your bathing suit, I'd probably stay away from this option. However, if you can get away without it, I do think that this is exceptionally cute. I love these little cutouts here. I think that that looks gorgeous. I also really like how high cut this one is on the leg. I've talked about this many times, but I find that something that's a bit more high cut really helps to elongate the legs versus something that comes across lower does tend to cut you off a bit and make your torso look longer and your legs look shorter. I actually think my torso and my legs are fairly balanced typically, but I'm so short that just having that bit of extra like high cut does help me feel like I look a bit taller, especially in photos. Obviously in person, there's not so much you can do about that, but I do really like how that looks. This one is also extremely cheeky. Definitely very minimal coverage towards the back. So if you're looking for something that is a one piece, you've got a little bit of something interesting towards the front, but also a super cheeky back, I think that you'll like these. And in general, I find this one exceptionally cute. Once again, love the color, love the fit, especially towards the bottom of this one. Next up, we have a little tankini option, which I actually think that this is so cute. I love the pattern on this. I think that it is absolutely adorable. You can see, obviously with these, we have a very, very low rise bottom. They are also incredibly minimal at the back, like probably as minimal as you can get, which I think actually looks incredibly cute with this more like full coverage top. That little bit of a difference between like the super tiny cheeky bottoms, tankini style top. I just think that that looks really cute. I also love that you just have like a little hint of skin here as you're moving around. That will be out the entire time. I think that it looks really pretty. This also has tons of support. Definitely a much higher support option for your chest. So if you do have a bigger bust, you're looking for something that will give you the support you need, I think that this could be a very good option. Now we do also have this little tie here, a tiny little peekaboo under the bust, and then we do have adjustable straps. You can see that from the back, this tankini is basically touching the bottoms, and I absolutely love this. I think that this is so fun. I think that it looks so unbelievably cute, and if you're somebody that usually only sticks to one pieces, I think something like this could be very fun to try. Step outside your comfort zone a little bit, get yourself a 2-piece, and remember that the beach is for everybody and nobody is judging you. I have literally never once looked at anybody else at the beach and judged their body. Literally never in my entire life. Your harshest critic will always be you. So if you can just remember that nobody is looking at you, you can look however you feel the most pretty, the most confident, the most hot. I think that that will really help you have the best summer or best vacation possible. All right, next up we have another bikini option. This time we have one with underwire, and this bikini top actually has bra sizing. So I personally got the 34 double D version in this, and I think that it's actually fitting really well. It does have that underwire. It's providing lots of lift and support, similar to what a traditional bra would be giving you. And I'm also not noticing that the wire is digging in. Sometimes you get them and they are sitting a little too low, so they really dig into your ribs or they feel uncomfortable when you're kind of like moving around. I'm not having that here. I actually think that it's fitting really comfy. This does also have some padding in it, of course, so your nips aren't showing through. And then we do have adjustable straps and an adjustable band with 3 different lengths of bands to choose from, which I think is really nice and helps this fit like a wider variety of body types. I also really liked this pink and green plaid. It reminds me of Easter for some reason whenever I see like pinks, greens, baby blues, those types of colors, and I think that it looks very, very cute. Next we have these bikini bottoms. I got these ones specifically to highlight that there are some higher coverage bikini bottoms. If you don't necessarily like the super skimpy one we had last time or anything super low rise, this one is much more of a mid-rise, a traditional bikini cut where it's not cutting up super high, and you can see it's also a fairly full coverage across the back. So you don't need to worry that they only have like super skimpy little bikinis. They even have ones that come up way higher and have way more bum coverage than this one. They have retro styles, they have short styles, they have little swim skirts, all kinds of options if you're worried about coverage. If you're looking for the opposite and wanting to have a hot girl summer, you can also get thong style swimsuits if that's what you're going for. All right, and last up we have our last swimsuit, our last one piece of the bunch, and that is this very pretty white and pink floral one piece. Now this is exactly what I was talking about when it comes to kind of coming a little bit lower. This does also mean that this one has tons of very full bum coverage, and how high you like this to sit is really just a matter of preference, right? I do personally feel like this one is looking very, very cute on, and I would be more than happy to have it cutting across where it is right now, but I do also think that it makes my legs look a little bit shorter. So just keep that in mind. Now this one obviously has that deep plunging V. I've said many times I love a deep V in a one piece. I think that it looks really cute, especially if we're going fuller coverage towards the bottom. I like to balance that with a little bit less coverage up top. We also have these little extra keyhole kind of peekaboos down here. This does have decent support for my chest because at the back you kind of tie this up so that these straps are pulling nice and high, so you don't have to worry about things sitting really low in here. And like always with something like this, you can kind of pull and adjust your chest to be sitting a little higher, and because it's nice and tight, it should actually stay there. Unless you're literally like running, swimming a super long distance, and even then, when you're finished, just scoop back up and things should sit exactly how you like them. And I think that this one is super cute from both the front and the back. Absolutely love the pattern, and I don't know how easy this is to see, but it's got these little extra crochet style details all around the edges that I think look absolutely adorable. They really add something to the swimsuit in my opinion. Definitely cute, perfect for taking with you on a vacation. And with that, those are all of the different pieces that Cupshe sent over this time. I would love to know which suits were your favorite. I actually think that my favorite was probably this one, which I was not expecting at all. I knew that I would like it, but I love these little crochet details. I think that's really pretty in person. And that red one that had the little heart cutout. I feel like that is such a cute little extra detail, super charming, very pretty. I know for a fact that I will be wearing that one. Once again, gigantic thank you to Cupshe for sending everything over, and huge thanks to you for watching this video today. Like always, I hope that you have a fabulous day, and then I'll see you next time. Bye!